Three important players are back in the team as we prepare for our home game against Brentford, as two important ones are heading out because of injury. Welcome to the United Hotspot. This is going to be a confusing update, I must say, in terms of whether we should be happy or sad about the players we don't have. But I'll also give you a bit of a status update concerning two players who have been injured for quite some time, who are expected to be back in the team. Welcome into it. My name is Webb. Like, share, subscribe, and drop down a comment. Let me know where you enjoy the United Hotspot from. It will be good to know where the different people who tune in every day do catch us from. I'm always honored. It's always a pleasure to come here, talk about the beloved Manchester United. Now, let's wrap up all this Man United news because there's lots of it. But starting off with the good news, I'm a positive guy, I told you, going forward. To hell with the negativity. Positivity at its best. Now, Nusal Mazraoui, who just a few days ago had a heart procedure, is back in the Manchester United team as he trained today, smiling beatifically, like as if he has got no concerns. So he will be in contention for a place in the team against Brentford. Beautiful update there. Never mind him not playing for Morocco in the international break. They have been able to get him back and ready to run around and prepare for an important clash, a pressure game, I should say. His heart might be intact as he comes into this one. Now, that's not the only good update. Alejandro Garnacho as well, who dropped out, who pulled out of the Argentine national team because of a knee injury, is also back. He trained today at Carrington. Beautiful update, gives us again big dimension. Remember, Erik ten Hag in recent days has been, I think, fancying using Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho on the wings ahead of AMAD. But speaking of AMAD, he too is saying, I was ill, but not forever. I'm back as well in it. I want to be playing a part. Now, Amad Diallo as well is back in training. He trained today. Erik ten Hag will be giving a comprehensive update concerning their health and fitness before the game. But what we know is that the three of them are most likely going to be available for selection as we take on Brentford. Big updates, I should say, because yes, whereas I know I was I am advocating for the test of our depth to see the team play without some of the so-called senior players. I want to see how Erik ten Hag can cope, but having them back and available is a good feeling because we do know for a fact that we've struggled a lot in recent times because of injuries. So we don't want to be putting ourselves in the same situation again. So that's an important one there coming through concerning Manchester United. Now, the third bit is Kobe Maino and Harry Maguire are out. Kobe Maino, it has been confirmed in a club statement today by the that he will not be playing for a couple of weeks. He's out for a couple of weeks, same as Harry Maguire. I feel for me, this is an opportunity for Kobe to go refresh, himself. Of course, injury is not chilling. He would want to be on the pitch, but I think he needed this rest for himself, for us as Man United supporters who love him and know his potential. I think Erik ten Hag has not been resting the kid. He has been playing one too many games for me. This forced rest for me is something that he needed, and he should be celebrating it in a way. So I let him go and rest, and we hope he returns back to fitness, to the levels we know him to be capable of. Luke Shaw and Mason Mount, the club has confirmed, are progressing well in their return, but not expect them to play a part in the Brentford game. So that's a bit of the status when it comes to the injury talk. Now, where does that leave us? Of course, obviously, it means Diogo Dalot will go back on the left. Mazraoui will take the right, most likely. The central defense, Lisandro Martinez has rested for way too many games. I don't think really Martinez should be benched. I think the statement was made, but I think he's still an important player for Man United. I'm only hoping that with Kobe Maino not in the team, Erik ten Hag can try out something new and perhaps play him in the middle. And we see, on the left back, if Nusal Mazraoui is not 100%, and play Diogo Dalot on the right, Mazraoui comes in later. In the second stanza or somewhere, makes a cameo to play for a few minutes. But the thing is, Martinez needs to find his way back into the starting team. Certainly, his chances are high. Erik ten Hag will still play him in the central defense alongside Mathis de Ligt. Then in the middle, perhaps Casemiro playing with either Eriksen or Ugarte, depending on how he returns. If he's 100% fit, Ugarte could be playing. But knowing Erik ten Hag, the fact that Ugarte, first was forced off in the Ecuador game, perhaps might not want to, to risk him. Of course, even his introduction is a process. It's taking a bit of time. So again, the midfield is where, without Kobe, we want to see what Erik ten Hag is going to do, what he's going to craft. Certainly, Bruno Fernandes will be there, Garnacho, and most likely Amad. I feel Amad should be back in the starting 11 and Hoyland starting up top. So, but let's wait and see what Erik ten Hag will do. Regardless, I'm sure Manchester United now, with everything surrounding the team, we should be in the frame to contend and come out and beat this small team, to make a statement and show that these players are really playing their hearts out, playing for the badge, playing for the manager, playing for themselves and their families. Because if it goes bad, trust you me, the flack is going to increase then. How Sir Alex Ferguson was sacked. And I'm very sure, by the way, that there will be sections of Man United supporters against Brentford at Old Trafford waving placards calling out Ineos for their decision to sack Sir Alex Ferguson. So I'm sure it's going to be an intense. Now, imagine that happens and we lose a game against Brentford at home. It won't be good at all. Not for Ineos, not for Erik ten Hag, not for anyone, and of course, not for the fans of the club. So it's going to be an interesting game that, but not one we should be failing to win, whichever way you look at it. So that's where we are. That's the update. And yeah, it should, like I said, it's a confusing one because you can't be sad. You can't be sad about the return of 3 players, but you've got not to be happy. You can't be happy as well about the departure of the exit of Kobe Maino because of injury. Because we do recall what happened. I mean, he was out for quite some time. If you do recall, at an important time, at a crucial time. This time is a bit different. He's leaving at a time when perhaps his levels have not been there, and we've wanted him to rest a bit. And we've seen enough of his good game, and we've almost been feeling like he was a weak link lately. So, but he remains an important player for Man United. The contract talks are still going on with him. So it should be a better return for him after this whole injury situation. So that's pretty much like it here on the United Sport. Drop down a comment, I said. Let me know what should be your probable starting 11. What changes would you like to see Erik ten Hag make? But also drop down a comment letting me know where you're watching us from, because we do want to take stock of the people who watch us and where they watch us. There's someone who commented on one of our previous videos, and he made quite an interesting comment about Ugarte. The video I dropped talking about how Manuel Ugarte was not in the was forced off against Ecuador, and this guy was saying, well, whether he plays or not, whether he's fit or not, he never plays anyway. So people have had enough of it. Probably people are fed up, if I should say, of the whole, Ugarte talk. People are no longer excited or moved by this whole Manuel Ugarte talk, and it's quite interesting. It's sort of it calls for concern, if I must say. I must admit it calls for some bit of concern. If people are not excited about our latest signing, the way we were excited about him before he joined, I think it's a thing of a concern. But Hussein Webisa says you're right about Zidane. This was in reaction to one of our recent videos. Then Alal Dickens talking about Zidane is the best replacement. What tactics are you guys talking about? This one is Lumumba Remy is questioning Erik ten Hag's tactics. Ita Michael Ampere was greeting me. Yes, he's the best to replace Erik ten Hag. This is Abraham Mwanza. These people are reacting to Zinedine Zidane and the prospect of him being the replacement of Erik ten Hag. It's true Zizou is the manager being assisted by Nistel Roy. He is the best, but the earlier the sacking, the better the solution. This is Bernard Otieno. Happy is saying that he will be fired again as players do not play as United. Interesting guys reacting there to the prospect of Zinedine Zidane becoming the next Man United manager after Erik ten Hag. What's your take on that as well? Because trust you me, it's going to be a conversation we'll come back to sooner rather than later. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me catch you later, fam. Peace, love, and harmony.